Welcome to Omnis Eat. My name's Nick.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Neil.
And I'm John.
We got syrups.
Are you serious? Today we are trying syrups.
Yes, we're using sugar-free syrups, and we just finished filming our keto pancake taste test, which posted last week. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and check that one out. But today we're going to be giving a try to technically 5 syrups because we've already all had the Log Cabin. Log Cabin, before we went low carb, was our favorite. I would say our favorite syrup. That's pretty much what we would eat on most things. Is the original Log Cabin. And now that we've gone lower carb, we are using sugar-free Log Cabin. I've been using it in a lot of desserts that I've made and so on and so forth. So we do have 6 of them here, and I have them in this order on purpose because the first 3 are sweetened with chemical sweeteners and the last 3 are sweetened with more of a natural sweetener. So we're gonna start with the Log Cabin sugar-free. This one is sweetened with sorbitol, and I think that's it, sorbitol. I'm not an expert on ingredients. I don't think any of us are experts on ingredients. So take for it what you will. We are not experts. So the first one is the Log Cabin. This one is the Mrs. Buttersworth's thick and rich sugar-free. This one is also, I believe, sweetened with sorbitol. Yes, it is. Oh, this one also has aspartame. I don't think that. Yeah, the Log Cabin does not have aspartame. This one has aspartame and sorbitol. If it has any other sweeteners, I'm not sure, but I know it definitely has those 2. This one I'm a little bit curious about. This is called Vermont sugar-free low-calorie syrup. I found this in our local grocery store. We have giant grocery stores here in Pennsylvania, and that's where I found this. This one uses sorbitol as well, and sucralose, and aspartame. So this has got a whole bunch of chemicals, sweeteners. And then it also says it contains phenylalanine. I don't know. I'm pronouncing that completely wrong. I don't know what that is. So that I'm a little bit curious about. But anyway, go ahead, Neil, what's the next one we got?
We got LeConte's monk fruit sweetened maple flavored syrup. We got which has monk fruit sweetener, which is erythritol, monk fruit extract, and cellulose.
No, that's not.
That's not it. Glycerin. Nope.
Glycerin, I think is considered a sugar alcohol. Yes.
All right, that's wonderful. That's LeConte there. We got Sweet Leaf stevia syrup. Pretty much, stevia, glycerin. Yeah.
And monk fruit. That
monk fruit.
As
That's
well.
got monk fruit too. And what about Know You Better?
No better syrup.
No better syrup.
All right, hold on. We have a Best Buy sticker.
This one is, I think, straight allulose syrup.
No.
Does it have any
yes.
other ingredients?
It has allulose, organic maple flavor, organic caramel color, made in Canada.
Yeah, so it's just allulose syrup.
Yep.
So, we all have some pancakes here on our plate. We saved some pancakes from the last taste test. We're going to be taste testing these with us. So we're going to start with the Log Cabin as our control. I will go ahead and tell you what the net carbs of are these as we go through as well. So next going to start with the Log Cabin here. Okay, and this one is 1 net carb per quarter cup. So it's very low in carbs. I'm going to put a little bit on my spoon just to taste it without the pancake, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of pancake on it as well. So I'm going to do a little bit of both. So, and then I'm going to put a little bit of syrup on my pancake. What do you think of that one, Nick?
9 out of 10.
You think it tastes like regular syrup? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10 as well. It's not quite traditional Log Cabin because it doesn't have sugar in it, but I actually like it better on a pancake than on the spoon. I've not eaten that just with like a spoon. I've always eaten it with like a waffle or a pancake or something. So, or in a dessert. So now that I actually tried it on a spoon, I'm actually a little surprised by the flavor without anything in it. So still good, just not as good as regular, obviously sugar included syrup. So 9 out of 10 for me.
What did Nick say?
9.
7 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
It's not too bad, but I'm just gonna give a little bit of wiggle room for the other ones, maybe to blow me away.
Okay.
I'm gonna agree with Neil. 7 out of 10.
7?
7 out of 10. I mean, it's syrup. I mean, I'm not gonna get rowdy. You know, I would dump it on pancakes.
Okay.
Just so that I'll do that for you, sweetheart. The total carbs is 8 grams of carbs. 7 of those are sugar alcohol.
You want to mess up?
All right, so the next one we're gonna do is the Mrs. Buttersworth sugar-free. There are 8 carbs, 8 sugar alcohols, so 0 net carbs. So that's where we're at on this one. What do you think of the Mrs. Butterworths, Nick?
8 o'clock. I mean, 8, 10.
8 out of 10?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty rich.
What? No.
That is not my favorite.
Do it.
It's just not my favorite. I'm gonna give that a 6 out of 10. I can't really put my finger on why I don't like it as much, but there's just something about it that doesn't, I don't prefer. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
I'm gonna agree with Jessica. I think the thing is that if for some reason, and maybe it's just like in your head, I mean in my head anyway, the log cabin had like a sort of a buttery flavor when you added it to the pancake, and just even plain there was sort of a pseudo blur. This pretty much just tasted like, it almost tasted bland.
Okay.
Just
bland
not
syrup?
really super sugary, not really syrup for me. So.
What do you think, Neil?
You know what? I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I thought, you know, I think both these replicate the originals well, in my opinion, and you know, I think both the originals and these are pretty alright syrups. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 on the same line as Log Cabin Sugar Free. Can't wait to try some more syrups, like Vermont Sugar Free syrup. Did we say the net carbs to Mrs. Butterfield?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
So
Wonderful.
the Vermont sugar-free is 6 total carbs, 5 of which are sugar alcohols.
That's fantastic.
So,
What's it smell
Nick,
like? Nick, what's your score?
what do you think of the Vermont sugar-free, Nick?
7 out
Ooh.
of 10.
7?
It's pretty good.
Okay.
So
It's good flavor.
that one is more liquidy than the other two, and I don't like that one. I'm gonna give that like a 4 out of 10. Would I eat it again? Yeah. Would I pick it over the other two? No. So I'm gonna give that a 4.
Needs a little more tasting.
All right, Dad. What?
I'm giving it a 2.
2!
You don't like that either?
No, not a fan.
Okay.
It's just, besides the fact, syrup has, I have an expectation for syrup to be thick.
Okay.
Something that will, that's very water-esque.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Okay. What do you think, Neil?
I feel like chugging the whole bottle right now, seeing what would happen. Seeing just what would happen. But
All right.
that doesn't go into my score. Scoring it. You know what? It's not. It's all kind of alright. You know, I think I'd feel a little weird because I feel like if I would pour it on some pancakes, the whole bottle would be empty.
It's very liquidy.
So I feel like, you know, there's a chance of losing a whole bottle of syrup. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Because you like maple flavor.
No, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
You've done all 7 so far.
I think I'm gonna give them all 7s right now because none of them are blowing me away. None of them are, you know, knocking me out of the park.
Okay.
But you know, I think just like the other two, this one has some minor flaws that just set me back into saying there's a big one out there. There's a big one, and this just wasn't it. I think the whole running water kind of thing, it's a little off-putting, but I don't think flavor's that bad.
Okay.
I think it's a little more sweeter
Okay.
than the other ones.
All right. So LeConte.
Yeah, you gotta discover your chi, as this says. Did you want to open it?
Go ahead.
Did you want to open it?
Open it. She said open it, so you open it.
This one still has a safety seal. I must have used the Vermont sugar-free at some point, but I don't remember using that one. So. Okay.
For some reason this went just down.
Be very careful. This one is just an open lid, so.
And it's
One way to
Is she
take
sure
it.
we aren't supposed to shake it?
Why would we shake syrup?
I don't know.
Why would you shake syrup?
For good
That
measure.
shakes milk, so.
Yeah, it looked like it worked. Look like it.
It's carbonated.
I guess. Pretty carby.
Okay.
That's where the carbs are.
One way.
Carbonation.
This is also very liquidy.
Very, very wiggly. I saw.
Gotta discover that chi, as the bottle
Okay,
says.
and this one
Spoon.
is 9 carbs, 3 fiber, 5 sugar alcohol, so 1 net carb
What?
for 2 tablespoons.
Spoon.
What?
1 net carb for 2.
What? I'm sorry, I'm saying what constantly to create a comedic
Or-
effect in which no one would laugh at. And then
Yeah,
the funny
because
joke will be
no-
that I'm not funny. Jokes. You know. I'm the funny one of the group.
This tastes like honey.
You think it tastes like honey, Nicholas?
Hey Dad, what's it taste
Hold on
like?
that.
I'm not I just didn't like it. 4. I don't like the runniness. The flavor's a little better than the Vermont, so I gave it a higher score.
Because it does taste like honey.
4.
That ain't bad. But that ain't tasting like syrup. That tastes like something else. Maybe the monk fruit?
I was gonna say it tastes almost fruity or flowery.
With the garlic.
Go ahead.
It tastes. Not that it's bad. It's not that it's bad. It just has. It is probably the farthest thing from syrup that we have tasted so far. But does that make it bad? Well, no, I don't think it does. Again, I kind of want to give it a. I got to give it a 7. I'm not actually going to give it a 7. I'm going to give it an 8, actually. Although it's the furthest from syrup, its taste is probably the best in my opinion. I just like the taste. I don't know what it is. You know, will I say it's normal maple syrup taste? No. It's like a fruity maple syrup, which is good. I don't know why. It's just kind of, it's intriguing to me. It's a nice talking piece in terms of a plate of pancakes. So it's a 6, 8 out of 10.
All right. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. No. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I was thinking about maybe giving it a 7, but I agree. It tastes almost like flowery or fruity, I guess. And I haven't used a lot of monk fruit sweetener to make desserts yet. I have some monk fruit sweetener. I just have not used a lot of it to this point. And I have heard other folks on YouTube say that monk fruit sweetener is very fruity flavored rather than like a traditional sugar. And I've just never noticed that because I haven't used it a lot. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. I think it's okay. I don't prefer it as a syrup. I don't think it tastes very mapley. I would use that in like a dessert. Like if I was doing making a dessert that called for some sort of sweetener or a syrup. There's a couple of fat bomb recipes that I will use potentially syrup in. I wouldn't mind using that in one of those recipes or a dessert recipe, but I probably wouldn't use that as a syrup again. You said you liked it, but what was your score?
8.
8 out of 10?
I like honey.
What'd you give it?
Okay.
What'd you
4.
give it? 4? Alright.
Next
All right,
one.
next is sweet leaf. And this one is
Okay, you do know.
sweetened with stevia.
Yep.
Weirdly liquid.
Yep. What's it taste like there, bud?
310.
You
3
give
out
it
of
a
10.
3?
That's fine.
This one is 15 total carbs.
What?
15 total carbs. And it's got very few ingredients. Purified water, vegetable glycerin, cultured dextrose, natural flavor, xanthan gum, stevia leaf extract, caramel color, and monk fruit extract.
Alright.
So, but it's got the most calories for 30 milliliters, 70 calories.
Alright. What does it bring down to? What's it come
It's
down?
0. It's
Oh, it comes
total
down to
carbs,
0.
0 total, 0 net.
To me, it has a blueberry flavor.
What? Never
I think it
gets
has a
mad at
blueberry
anything.
flavor-esque. I don't know why.
Well, sometimes for like if
So I am giving that. It's in the same boat. It's a 4 for me, guys. I don't know. It's runny. So its texture is a little off when it comes to syrup. So
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a 6 out of 10. I think it's on par with the monk fruit sweetener, the LeConte. Yeah, I think it's on par. It tastes like flowery again to me. It tastes very fruity. So I'm not quite sure why it's so high in calorie versus the other ones though. Because this one is 20 calories, this one is 20 calories, this one is 15 calories, this one is 15 calories, that one's 70, and the No Better Foods is 5. So anyway, we'll get to the No Better Foods. What do you think of the Sweet Leaf, Nicholas?
I just said 3.
You said
3 out of 10? Okay, that's right.
Bad flavor.
What do you think, Neil?
It's just, I feel like it's just stevia in a bottle. Like I feel like it's stevia in a bottle, just kind of like.
I think of all of us, you've probably consumed the most stevia as well.
Yeah, like this just tastes like stevia in a bottle. Like that's the thing. It's like, you know, I held it in my mouth for a little bit, and it like just it tastes, the sweet taste is just kind of like. It just doesn't feel. It just doesn't taste. It like stops tasting right to me.
Okay.
And it just comes off as stevia in a bottle, and that to me just. Whereas this one tastes weird and I enjoy it. This one tastes weird and I just don't enjoy it as much. I like stevia, but to say it's a syrup, it's kind of hard to believe when it runs like water and it tastes just like a sweetener that I use most of the time. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I don't hate the product. I just don't like how it's branded. Cause I just feel like you could just slap stevia on it, and that's it.
stevia sweetener bottle.
Stevia sweetener bottle, and that's it.
Okay.
So it's just the branding just kind of, you know, it's just weird. Anyway.
All right, so the last one we have is No Better Foods, No Better Syrup. I'm most excited about this, to be honest with you, because allulose is probably my favorite sweetener that I have been using. So we're gonna go into this one. Oh, this one was double sealed. Okay, it had a plastic wrapper on the outside, and then it had an
Double sealed big.
all right, so while we were off screen, there was a layer on the top of like crystallized syrup. So I'm gonna shake, oh, it's actually already kind of, now that it's back in the syrup, it's kind of already disintegrated. So that was just a little weird to open it up and have like a layer of sugar basically on top. So, all right, Nick, you ready for this one?
I just put those 2 syrups on the bottom just in case if it like.
There you go.
So it's
Okay.
not a fair taste test.
Tastes like honey. 8.
You're giving it an 8 out of 10 because you think it tastes like honey?
Yep, honey flavor.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give that an 8 out of 10. That one is almost too sweet. Now, I like allulose. Like I said, I'm planning on doing a video at some point of telling you all of my sweeteners and what I like and what I don't like about them. But I like allulose as my sweetener of choice. So that's probably why it's so high for me. I don't know about everybody else, but honestly, Log Cabin is still my favorite just because that's my syrup, if that makes sense. But I do like this, and of all of these, besides my Log Cabin, I would probably buy the No Better again as my second choice, more so than any of the rest of these.
I agree with that. I'm gonna give it 6. I think it's probably the
You're
best.
saying it's your second favorite, but you're giving it a pretty low score.
I'm not. None of these. I mean, can you hand me the Log Cabin? Right. Here's my problem. This is my problem. I expect syrup to be thick. None of these.
That No Better one probably is somewhat thick.
Yeah, I agree with you. No, and this is not an official, like, I didn't put it in a whatever, there was viscosity test. I feel like this is thick and I feel like this is thick. The rest of them are like, they're just like water. So,
No, I mean, I said hardcore.
but it's
whatever.
it's still, to me, missing the thickness
Okay.
and texture of sweetener.
Alright. Neil, what do you think of the No Better?
You know what?
Nope.
You know what? It's funny. Anyway, I wanted to. I kind of want to. I'll give it an 8. I think it's
Okay.
it's for me on
Does that
par.
put it as your top?
No, it puts it on par with my other top one of the LeContos. Where LeConte got there for being the right kind of weird in a good way to me. This one feels just right, This feels just right. I do want to put it higher than LeConte, but at the same time, I'd eat them both simultaneously. This one I feel like is the kind of the closest to syrup. I know he's talking about thickness, but there is some regular syrups that move in a weird, in very fluid ways. Very fluid ways. And I feel like just also overall also taste, this has also been a lot closer for me in taste. Now, I haven't had syrup in a while, but this is closer in taste to a regular syrup for me than the other ones is. So I feel like to a normal syrup, this is the taste. So I'm actually going to put this at a 9 in the top one. I feel bad because I like the LeConte, but this is probably the top one at 9. The only thing that would probably put it at a 10 is I will agree in making it a little more thick. I don't think there's like... I think it's perfect on terms of thickness of where it is, but it could be a little more thick. That's about it. I think syrup, I taste pretty good, pretty normal syrup, and so really the only bad thing I would say is a little more thick. Would be perfect 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's definitely sweet, and that's for it to literally be just like pretty much allulose and some maple flavoring. Yeah, I like that too. So. Anyway, I think my favorite is Log Cabin. My number 2 is No Better. You said the same thing.
I agree.
You said the No Better was your number 1 with LeConte's number 2. What's your number 1 and number 2?
Number 3.
So Log Cabin's number 1.
And you're agreeing with
LeConte's number 2, and No Better's number 3.
Okay.
Okay.
I think the rest of the syrups are fine. It's just, they're a little...
Yeah, they're fine. And I will say one thing, just as before we wrap it up here, the LeConte says to refrigerate it after opening. The rest of them do not.
Interesting.
So I don't know what that means or why, but the LeConte does say refrigerate after opening. So
Stub your cheese.
anyway, we hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up down below. I know it's a little bit longer than a lot of our other taste tests. We don't normally do this many products in one, but we had them all here and we figured we'd give them all a try. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button. We would really appreciate that. It helps us out a lot. And hit the little bell if you're interested in getting alerts. And leave us any comments in the comment section down below. Have you tried any other sugar-free syrups that we did not try here? And if not, have you tried any of these? I think these two are probably the most easily accessible in the grocery store. The LeConte and the Sweet Leaf I purchased off of Thrive Market, and the No Better Foods I purchased directly from the No Better, or the No Foods website, because I was making an order from there. So anyway, we do hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next Omnis Eat. Bye guys.